Hello and welcome back. Hello and welcome back to this day's Silver Edition. I'm Bree, your host, and today we are joined by Adam. He is a K-9 Officer Unit Specialist. So, I've got some awesome questions for you. You ready to get started?
Yes.
All right. First question. Why don't you tell me about the Monona K-9 unit and its history?
Sure. So the Monona K-9 unit was established back in 2010. So when I first started my law enforcement career, I got into law enforcement because I wanted to be a K-9 handler. The city of Monona didn't have a K-9 program when I got hired here back in February of 2006. So after a couple of years of getting my feet wet at the department, I approached the chief of police, Chief Ostrenga at the time, about getting a K-9 unit established at the Monona Police Department. He liked the proposal. We took it to the city council. They approved the K-9 units, but it would have to be all off fundraising efforts. So then we began fundraising efforts and were able to raise enough money to purchase our first K-9 unit here at Monona, which was K-9 Maya. She was a 11-year-old, or she's 11 now. So we started the unit. Her first day of work was October 8th of 2010. I went through a handler school with her, which was 160 hours long.
Oh, wow.
So she came trained in marijuana, meth, heroin, and cocaine, and any derivative of that, and then also tracking. So the drugs and tracking is what she specializes in. She's able to, find any of those substances if they're hidden in a car or a building or anything like that. And then if someone were to run away from a traffic stop, she'd be able to follow their scent and locate them, a mile away. So that unit got established. Technically, it's our second dog. Back in the day, Rich O'Connor, who was a detective lieutenant when I started, he came from Chicago Police Department, where he was a K-9 handler down there, and brought his dog up to Monona. But there hadn't been a dog in the city of Monona for about 20 years.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, after the fundraising, we were able to purchase K-9 Maya, which led us to, the unit that we have today, and
That's awesome.
going to continue on.
So about how long did it take to train Maya in all of these things?
So Maya came pre-trained, so she already was imprinted in the orders and tracking, so she knew what she was doing from the kennel that we got her from, which was a Steinigtail Kennels up in Campbellsport, Wisconsin, which trained specifically police dogs. So she came trained, and then I went to that 160-hour school just to kind of learn how to upkeep that training.
Yeah.
And then from there, we go to monthly trainings now, where we put in probably, on average, 16 hours a month of training.
Wow.
Just, working on those items that we talked about. And then we go to a Wisconsin Law Enforcement Canine Handler Association, which is kind of like a dog working conference. And then we certify through a nationally organized police work dog association.
It's more like training the humans, huh?
Yeah, basically, yeah. They know what they're doing. We just got to kind of learn what to do and then upkeep that.
That's amazing. If you were to start this program anywhere else, would it be easier or difficult for you?
I guess it would have to probably be about the same. I would probably be a little easier now that I've had experience, 11 years experience being a dog handler. I would kind of know what I'm kind of looking for and where to go from there.
How about your recent Pancake Breakfast? I heard about that and the donations that you guys got.
Yeah, it was the first time we did a Pancake Breakfast. It was kind of like a twofold event. We held it to honor Maya because she's retiring on December 30th. Yeah, she has nine more shifts left until she's officially retired. She's 12 and a half. Usually your average police dog only makes it to 8 to 10 years of service, and she's over 11 years of service with her start date. So so it was kind of, a way to sort for the community or people who wanted to come, eat breakfast, say goodbye to Maya, say hello to Santa, get their picture taken. It was a pretty fun event. We made, I guess, for the K-9 units, a decent amount of money to help purchase our new dog that's coming on January 3rd. So.
Wow, so how many canines do you normally have active in a unit?
Monona's a small agency,
Okay.
so we have one police dog. So
Okay.
with Maya's retirement, we have
A new
canine Jocko coming in,
Ooh.
who's going to be a dual-purpose canine.
What does that entail?
So Maya's technically a single-purpose dog. She just does drugs and tracking.
Okay.
The dual-purpose dog will have, the narcotics or
Yep.
controlled substances tracking. It'll be able to do building searches, apprehend criminals, which,
Wow.
kind of the bite dog, mentality to it. So, yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So canine Jocko costs the city, over $15,000 for the
Wow.
handler to go through school and stuff. So it's a substantial amount of
Goodness.
money. So the Pancake Breakfast, and then we do a golf outing every other year, which really help offset some of those costs. And
Yeah.
then the annual upkeep of that
How
program.
much was Maya?
Maya cost $7,500 back in the day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Goodness. And you worked with her for a long time?
11 years.
11 years.
Yeah.
My goodness. You must have gotten really close with her.
Yeah,
I can only imagine.
it's hard to go from, coming to work will be a little bit difficult, I would say, just because, I've had her
Yeah.
in my back seat for
Oh.
the last 11 years, and she develops to be your best friend, and, she helps us, find a lot of bad guys. The bad guys will be lucky
Yeah.
that Canine Maya is off the street. So.
Yeah. Well, too bad.
Yeah.
She did awesome, though.
Yeah.
That's amazing. All right. Well, that is going to be all for today's Silver Edition. Thank you so much for coming on. It sounds like you guys are doing some really awesome things, and I'm so proud of your guys' program and how far it's come. This is awesome. So
Yeah. Thank you.
tune in next time.